The time has come, the time is now. I got Flylady's Big Mop. The mop was sent to me by her company for free, but I am not under any contract to say anything. This isn't a sponsorship. I am free to be honest. If it smells like pickles, I'm gonna say it smells like pickles, okay? We're good. All right, let's rewind to 2 days ago when I unboxed this beauty. So the first item I pulled out is this reversible dust mop. One side has chenille fingers and the other side is basically just a microfiber cloth. Her website says that you can use this to dust mop or you can use it as a wet mop too if you wanted. So it comes with 2 of those, and now here is her main big mop cloth. She provides 2 in the box, but I will show you the one that's already on the mop head. First thing I notice is it is really soft. Everybody likes something that's soft. Oh yeah. And these clips are how you're gonna keep your cloth in place. They seem to work pretty well. The mop cloth stays in there nice and sturdy. And then here's the mop handle. It's adjustable, so if you're a short person, Flylady's got you covered. If you're a tall person, Flylady's got you covered. So I'm gonna start with seeing how this does with dusting. It seems to be picking up the dust pretty well. Not sure if you can see it, but there's dust all around the edges of this cloth. So the dust mop passes the test. It also passes the toddler test. My 3-year-old has used it and it's still in one piece. Okay, let's move on. So I wet my mop with water and a little bit of floor cleaner. My floors are filthy, so this is perfect timing. These are laminate floors, but I will also test this mop on my kitchen tiles and my wood floors upstairs. First mistake I made is I didn't wring out the mop well enough. So make sure you wring it out really good. It left the floor streaky simply because it was too wet. Once I wrung it out a little better, then the mop worked great on the floors and gave it that clean, shiny finish I was looking for. The mop has passed the laminate floor test. Now let's test it out on my kitchen tile. So here is one spot that has something sticky, so let's see how the mop performs. I went over it once and it's gone. Now you may think it's still there because of this spot, but that's actually just an indent in my tile. As you can see, I have permanent indents all over them. They are very old tiles, and for all those doubters out there, if I rub my mop over again multiple times, it's not going away because it's an indent. So the mop took care of the dirt in just one swipe. That's pretty impressive. With the other mop that I used to use, I would have to go over the same dirt spots like 2 to 4 times. So the big mop has passed the tile floor test. Now I mopped my wood floors upstairs too, but it's hard to tell how well of a job it did because my wood floors are old and stained. My home was built 100 years ago, so everything in this house needs replacing. I couldn't really see any visual dirt, but what I will say is that the mop felt nicer on the laminate and tiled floors. It seems to take just a little more oomph to push it across the wooden floors, whereas the mop glided a lot more smoothly on the laminate flooring. But you know, that makes sense because wood floors aren't as smooth as laminate floors are. So what do I think about this mop? Well, first of all, it does not lie. When she decided to name this her big mop, she knew what she was talking about. This mop is twice as big as my other mop, and so it works great if you have a large area to cover. The handle is also adjustable so that people of all heights can use it. Giant Goliath, Flylady's got you covered. The handle has a foam grip that's very comfortable to rest your hand on while you're mopping, which is a plus for me. Another positive is that you don't have to worry about the mop cloth moving around while you mop. Once you clip it in, it's staying in. It's very secure. The mop cloths are reusable and washable, which is great. I washed mine yesterday and I let it air dry and it only took about 2 hours to dry. You can tell this mop was made very well. You know how they say that things were made better 50 years ago? Well, I think this mop time traveled because this thing is solid. The only downside to that is that this mop isn't as lightweight as other mops that I've used, taking a little more use of my big macho muscles to push it, which is really no problem because like I said, I got the big macho muscles. So it may take just a little more strength to push around, but it cleans well. I have a green mop that's light as a feather and it may be easier to glide across the floor, but sometimes I have to go over the same dirt spot up to 5 times. Meanwhile, Flylady's mop may take a little more oomph, but it's gonna take care of that dirt in one swipe. And because of that, I'm gonna be able to mop quicker as I'm not gonna have to sit there for 45 seconds every time I see dried up food on the floor. This mop is a winner in my book. It's also beautiful and modern looking, and I'm so excited to get rid of that green mop because green, ew. Well, except for God's beautiful green earth, green's a great color. Stick around for next week where I will be reviewing the famous Flylady Feather Duster. Once it's up, I will link it right here, and this thing is quite a beauty. I cannot wait to show you guys. I'll see you next week.